Okay, we're flowing into half moon today, so a balancing pose that requires us to think about stability, mobility, glute activation, core activation, so just breathing, and our internal and external hip rotation. So everything that you have been kind of working on within your members area, this is a great class to put it all together. Okay, we're going to start just by lying down, just getting into our mat, really setting that intention of feeling balanced. If you know that you are somebody that's not super confident in balancing, which is absolutely fine, grab a block, because a block could be super helpful just to place one hand on to help you be able to work the alignment in the other areas of the body that we need to work on. Okay, let's get started. So come all the way down onto your backs, coming into your Shavasana, closing down the eyes and just breathing here. Tuning in with that inhale and exhale, because that is going to lead you through the whole of this class today. It's going to help your balance, your stability. This breath is going to carry us through the whole of the class. It's going to help us concentrate when that leg is in the air. Think about that jaw releasing, shoulders relaxing down to the ground, toes dropping out to the side, completely relaxed. Really use every single exhale to release any of that tension in your body. So you're feeling yourself sinking further and further into this mat. Really concreting yourself into this practice right now, into this space around your mat that you have created just for you. You've got nothing else to do and nowhere else to be. Okay, start to bring some movement back into your body. Hug your right knee into your chest, eyes open or keeping them closed for the time being. Thinking about that left leg really extending long out to the front of the mat. Drawing this right knee closer into the chest with every exhale. Coming into our half happy baby, holding the outside edge of that right foot or the calf or the hamstring, drawing the heel up to the sky, flexing that foot, knee towards the armpit. Keep that right shoulder onto the ground, so if you need to take that grip slightly lower on your leg. And then switching over to the other side, right leg extended, holding onto the outside of that left leg, drawing that heel up to the sky, knee into your armpit, really extending this right leg, trying to ground it down as much as possible, stretching through that right hip flexor as well. Drawing that left shoulder into the ground. Exhale, release. Just take both feet now onto the mat. Just starting to engage our glutes here. So setting up for your bridge pose. Make sure you can just about touch those heels. Put that block in between your thighs if you know that you are somebody that forgets to engage those inner thighs. And when you're ready, draw those glutes all the way up. Think about that crease underneath the bum, growing longer to the underneath of your knees rather than that height. Squeezing those glutes, give them a bit of a poke, just make sure that they are awake. Thinking about that big toe on the ground. And release. 2 more times. Release, final time, all the way up. Exhale, come down, keeping the feet and the knees how they are, taking the arms up to the temples, elbows out to the side, thinking about that rib cage, making sure that it's staying in, it's contained, and that lower back hasn't moved too much. Okay, on your exhale, drawing the elbows up to the sky, rolling up, shoulder blades off of the ground. Really think about that breath here. Inhale, rolling down, elbows out to the side. Exhale up. Inhale down, just check that doming is at the minimum. Exhale up, try to come up a little bit more every time. Using that inhale to come down, going your own pace with your breath. Using the exhales to come up, inhales come down. Okay, take those feet off of the ground, coming into that 90-degree angle. Just make sure that your lower back isn't arching anymore. And exactly the same. Exhale, come up. Inhale, down. Exhale, next time you come up, extend your left leg. Inhale, come down. Next time you're up, extend the right leg. And down, couple more. One more time, both sides. Okay, rolling down, hugging the knees into your chest. And then rocking and rolling up and down the length of your mat, coming into your all fours. Hands planted nice and strongly, knees underneath. Okay, coming into your cat-cows. Nice big inhales into your cow. Exhale into your cat. One more of both. Once you're in your cat, stay here. Tuck your toes. And then we're going to push all the way back into our downward dog, but really bend those knees and take the weight back. So it's an uneven dog where we're pushing the weight back towards the thighs, really stretching through the whole of the back. And then come all the way forward into your plank. Shoot yourself all the way back, bending the knees, heels off, into this kind of funny downward dog. Come all the way forward into your plank, all the way back into this downward dog variation. One more time into your plank, staying here, holding here, pushing the mat away, slightly rolling, rounding the shoulders, drawing that weight and energy through the heels. Keep breathing here. Next, exhale all the way back into your downward dog, just your normal downward dog now. Knees bent, heels off of the ground if needed to keep the tailbone high. Weight driving through the index finger, knuckle and the thumb, externally rotating those shoulders. Internally rotating those thighs, so rolling them towards one another. And breathing here. Inhale, three-leg dog, right leg high. Exhale, bend that right knee, draw that knee up to the sky. So you're going to start to feel this internal rotation of the left leg and external rotation of the right leg, like we're going to be doing in our half moon. Breathing here. Keep drawing that knee up to the sky. Use those glutes. Now next pose, think about control. We're going to extend this right leg, flexing the foot. And then we're going to bring this right leg all the way out to the side, hip height. And then come onto the tippy toes of the left foot. Keep this weight coming forward into your hands and see if you can bring this right foot through to your low lunge, trying to keep that leg straight. Into your low lunge, straight back into your pyramid, flexing through that right leg, tippy toes of the left leg. Absolutely have a bend in the knee, straight back. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, pyramid. One more time. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, back to your lunge and sweep all the way up into your warrior two. Settling in here, thinking about all of those alignment cues. Exhale, extended side angle, right forearm to the right thigh, left arm up and over. Keep both legs working as much as the other, drawing those heels in towards one another. Think about the length of that underside rather than curving. And then we're coming into our high. So you're going to have to come to the tippy toes of the left foot, turn that left foot so it's round to the front, and then bring both hands all the way up to the sky. Settling in here. And one big move, we're going to come up to our stalk pose, bringing this left leg all the way through, flexing that foot. Hands high, really think about the stability of the standing leg. And then take that knee out to the side, the left knee out to the side. This is how we're going to be starting our half moon, not right now though. We're going to take that knee out to the side and then take this foot as slowly back into your warrior two as you can, bending through this right leg and just feeling how it would be if we were coming into a balance. Stepping back into your warrior two. Inhale, reach forward, sweep all the way up and over, reverse that warrior, straighten up through that front leg. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the ground, planting the hands, stepping straight back, coming through your vinyasa, all the way down to the ground this time, nice and slowly. Untuck the toes, forehead down. Inhale, cobra, drawing the shoulder blades together. Gaze just in front of that mat. Exhale all the way down. If you feel alive, if you feel energetic already, push all the way up to your plank or to your all fours. And then straight back into your downward dog. Using this as a really strong base to come back to every time. Inhale, three-leg dog, left leg high. Exhale, bend that left knee, scorpion dog, drive that knee up to the sky. Use those glutes. Feel how it is with the external rotation of the top leg and internal rotation of that bottom leg. Keep those shoulders square. Extend this left leg, really use this control. Take that left leg all the way out to the side to hip height, and then keep bringing it round to the front. Come to the tippy toes of the right leg, and then bring this left leg through to the front into your low lunge. Into your pyramid, flexing that left foot, tippy toes of the right leg. Inhale forward. Exhale back, trying to keep as much of the belly onto the thigh as possible. One more. Low lunge, set up for your warrior two, all the way up. Really strong here. Working both legs as much as the other. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm down to the left thigh. Reach that right arm up and over. Keep a nice bend in that left leg and keep extending through the sides. Coming into our high lunge, so turning the right toes round to the front, bringing both the arms up to the sky. Using that concentration here and breath to bring this right leg in one big move up to the front of our mats into your stork pose. Keep that left glute working. And then take that right knee out to the side. Feel how much the glute needs to work to externally rotate that right leg. And as slowly as you can, bending through this left knee, taking that right leg all the way back into your warrior two. Setting up here just for a moment, and then reverse your warrior, straightening up through that front leg. All the way down to the ground, through your vinyasa, or completely skip it and meet us in down dog. Coming into your upward dog this time if you feel ready. And then all the way back, meeting us in our downward dog. Doing the exact same one more time. Really think about every single move. Three-leg dog, right leg high. Scorpion dog, that top leg goes up. Extend that right leg as slowly and controlled as you can, straightening up through that right leg, bringing it through to the front of the mat. Low lunge. Just one pyramid here. Back to your low lunge and all the way up to your warrior two. Extended side angle, maybe both arms are off this time, reaching up high. Extending that underside. Into your high lunge, turning the left toes to the front. Into your stork pose, left leg up. Extend that left leg to the front. See how high you can keep that leg. Make sure the weight is forward. Bend that knee again, draw that knee out to the side. And then stepping all the way back into your warrior two. Keeping that knee bent, reverse that warrior. Exhale down to the ground through your vinyasa, or you skip it. Everyone meet in downward dog. Final time this side, three-leg dog, left leg high. Scorpion dog, knee to the sky, use those glutes. Extend that left leg out to the side, really controlled. And then bring it all the way through to the top of the mat, low lunge. One pyramid here, flexing through that left leg. And then setting up for your warrior two. Extended side angle, but maybe both arms are lifted. Really think about driving through the tips of the fingers. And then setting up for your high lunge. Bringing this right leg through into your stork pose. Extending that right leg. Make sure you're still breathing. Bending that leg again. Taking the knee out to the side. And then all the way back into your warrior two. Keep that knee bent. Reverse that warrior. And then all the way down to the ground. Just come straight back to your downward dog this time. Okay, we're going to be building up into our half moon now, so think about all of those things. Internally rotating the standing leg, externally rotating the top leg. Shoulder, chest really nice and open, squeezing those glutes and breathing. Okay, right leg high. Scorpion dog. Extending that leg, bringing it all the way through to the front. Just coming straight into our warrior two. We're going to come from our warrior two into our half moon as our first option. So if your block's in front of you, that's a good way to go. Bring this weight all the way forward. You can hop this left leg in and then start to tip forward. Taking that left leg high, flexing the left foot. Squeezing those glutes. Weight in the big toe of the right side. Externally rotating that top leg. I am wobbling about the place completely. Drawing those shoulder blades together. Keeping that top shoulder nice and open. Gazing up at your hand or straight out to the side. And just think about the hips stacking on top of one another. Make sure you're grounding through that big toe. And then come all the way to standing. Just regroup. Just notice what you were doing that was making you wobble. As you saw, I was wobbling all about the place. Okay, coming to the other side. Big inhale, hands up, gaze up. Exhale all the way down, forward fold. Think about the weight in your toes, belly to thighs. Hang that head. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stepping straight back into your high plank, coming into your vinyasa. Upward dog, or still in your cobra. And then meeting back into your downward dog. Okay, other side, left leg high, three-leg dog. Scorpion dog. Extending that left leg, bringing it all the way to the front. Setting straight up this time for your warrior two. Okay, exactly the same, coming all the way through to our half moon from this pose. Bringing the weight into our left leg, hopping this right leg forward if needed. And then taking that right leg up to the sky. Stacking those hips. Using those glutes. Flexing that foot. Breathing here. Exhale, bringing that right leg through to standing. Taking some breaths here, we're going to work into another variation of how you could come into your half moon. That could feel a lot more easier for you. Okay, so we're going to come into our stork pose. Just take the hands to heart center to start with. And then like we did at the beginning, we're going to take this left knee out to the side. You're already squeezing the glutes. And then you're going to extend this left leg back. Rather than coming into warrior two, we're coming into our half moon. Start to extend those arms. This might feel a little bit more stable. Working those glutes, using that breath. Every time you fall, come back into it. You're just reinforcing yourself those positive muscle memories. And then all the way back into your mountain, just give your legs a bit of a shake out. Okay, other side. Hands at heart center. Stork pose, right knee up. Taking that right knee out to the side. You've already got those glutes engaged where they need to go. Start to tip forward, taking that right leg back. Keeping it externally rotated. Start to take this torso down. And then when you feel that you're stable, start to take these arms long. Flexing that foot, using those glutes. Breathing. And then come all the way back up to standing. Closing down the eyes, hands just by your side. We've been working through the whole of our session, so we're just going to start to cool down. Big inhale, hands all the way up, gaze up. Exhale, fold down to the ground. Inhale, halfway, really feel a nice stretch through those hamstrings. And fold. Cross the left leg behind the right, come back into this fold, feeling a stretch down the outer left hip. Switching over to the other side, crossing the right leg behind the left. Taking that right foot by the left again, coming all the way down, just come into your sitting, and then coming into a butterfly. Soles of the feet together, knees out to the side. Take the heels away from the groin if you want to, or have them close. Wrap those hands around the feet or the calves. Inhale, draw this chest through, shoulder blades draw together. And on the exhale, folding from the hip creases and sticking that bum out. That's going to help you come down into this fold. You might only be able to go a smidgen, and that is okay, rather than rounding through that back. Keep drawing the knees out to the side. Keep that integrity of that straight back all the way from the crown of the head down to the tailbone. Final inhale. And exhale. Come all the way back up to seated. Crossing the legs over one another. Left foot is underneath the right foot is on top, the sole of the right foot is on the ground, left heel is onto the right bum cheek. Just make sure you can ground both of the sit bones. If you want to extend that left leg, absolutely fine. Coming into your twist, taking hold of the outside of that right thigh with the left hand, taking the right hand behind you and coming into this twist. Only grip onto that right leg as much as you can without pulling this right hip off of the ground. So I can only really hold just by my knee. Inhale for that length. Exhale for that twist. Inhale back through center, switching over to the other side. Again, that right leg, that underside leg can be extended rather than folded up. And then coming into this twist. Inhale back through center, uncross those legs, plant them straight down, hands in front. And on your next inhale, roll all the way down to the ground, nice and controlled. Coming into a big stretch once you get there. Fingers and toes as far away from one another as possible. And then hug up the knees. Squeeze them into your chest. Take any extra moves that you need before coming into your Shavasana. And then legs out long, closing down the eyes if they aren't already, hands by the sides. Settle back in here. However you were in that practice, start to let that go. We want to come into our practice with a fresh slate every time, truly working in the present, not thinking about how we were last time or how we want to be. Just showing up to how we are on the mat in this present moment. You know what needs to happen for that half moon. You know the alignment cues. And that's all that you need. Every time that you step onto the mat, it's going to be a new experience. Every exhale, release your body a little bit more into the ground. Just feeling this belly rising and falling with every inhale and every exhale. Starting to bring some movement back into your body, wiggling the toes, wiggling the fingers. Big stretch, keeping the eyes closed, bending up the knees, rolling over to one side, and then coming all the way up to seated, head being the last thing to come up. Hands back onto your thighs, palms facing up. Feel this lift of the crown of the head up tall and the tailbone grounding you down. Breathing here. Hands to heart center. Bow the chin to the chest, thumbs to the third eye. Be super proud of how you showed up today. All of your wobbles, all of your falls. You saw that I've left all of my wobbles in. It happens. Just all we can do is move on. Start every day, every practice completely brand new. Letting go of any attachments or any expectations. Living in the moment and appreciating every single way our body moves. Coming to the end of our practice. When you're ready, take the hands away from the eyes and blink the eyes open.